Hello everyone. Today we are taking the science of class 7 and in this video we discuss the chapter which is fiber to fabric presented by me Priya Singh. Now first of all we discuss which topic we are covered in this chapter. First of all, introduction, fiber from animals, wool from animals, wool yielding animals, rearing and breeding of sheep, process of obtaining wool from hair fiber of animals, silk and its history, life cycle of silkworm, processing of silk. In this chapter, we will discuss these few topics. Now, first of all, we are taking introduction. In this chapter, we will discuss about fiber to fabric. Just forget about fiber, just we are talking about fabric. You see different type of fabric in day-to-day life. First of all, we see cotton, silk, nylon, polyester, wool. We wear cotton clothes in summer because they make us feel cool. We wear woolen clothes in winter seasons because they give a warmth to our body. So we are using many type of clothes in our life. So do you think how that clothes are made up of, or how that clothes fabric is made up of? Let's see in this chapter. What is fiber? Fibers can be generally defined as the thread-like structures that are thin, long, and flexible strands. Basically, the fibers are obtained from animals as well as plants. There are two types of fibers. First of all, natural fibers and man-made fiber. Natural fibers, the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called as natural fibers. For example, jute, cotton, silk, wool, flax, etc. are a natural fiber because that fibers are obtained from nature. The man-made fibers, the fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called as man-made fibers. For example, nylon, acryl, polyester, etc. are the man-made fiber. In this chapter, we mainly focus on natural fiber. Natural fibers are obtained from animals as well as from plants. From animals, what we obtain? Wool, silk, and from plants, what we obtain? Cotton, linen, etc. Fiber from animal. In this chapter, we discuss about wool and silk which is obtained from animal. Now the wool is the fiber obtained from sheep, goat, yak and camels. All these animals have a thick covering of hair which is shaved off to obtain a wool fibers. And how the silk is obtained? Silk is a natural fiber protein which is cultivated from the cocoon of mulberry silk larva. Wool from animals. First topic is wool. Wool comes from sheep, goat, yak and some other animals. These wool yielding animals bear hair on their body because hair keeps them warm and wool is derived from these hairy fibers. Wool is used to make various wool fabrics like woolen clothes, carpets, woolen sweaters, etc. These are the pictures of wool yielding animals. First one is camel, lambs, yak, silkworm, goat, sheep. Are the few images. You can see the animals have very thick layer in their body. Yielding animals. In list of wool yielding animals, first of all we discuss about yak. Yak is found in Ladakh, Tibet, Nepal and Sikkim in India and also other parts of world. The coat of yak is composed of three different type of fibers. That is the coarse, the mid-type and the down fiber. The property of yak fiber are soft, odd resistance and warmth. Its wool is used to preparing a robe, tent, bags, sweaters, etc. Next one is Angora goat. Angora goat is found in Turkey, Jammu and Kashmir in India. Angora goat produce a most luxurious fiber known as mohair. From a long time, these are bred for their white coat, but now breeding of the colored Angoras is promoted. Mo- Mohair is used in making carpet, winter hats, and suits, etc. Next one is Kashmiri goat, also known as a Kashmir goats, especially found in a Kashmir and China. The fiber of this goat is very fine texture, strong, light, and soft. Pure cashmere can be dried and spun into a yarn and knitted into sweater, hats, gloves, coat, jackets, etc. Fiber is also known as a pashmina for its use in a handloom shawls of a Kashmir known as a pashmina shawls. Now next one is alpaca. Alpaca is mostly found in South America. Its fiber is soft, durable, luxurious and silky in nature. Its fiber is warmer, water repellent and elastic in a nature. The fiber is used for a many purpose, including making clothes, for example, hat, gloves, sweaters. And these have a guard hair and a soft hair. Wool is mostly obtained from sheep. Sheep are rare in many parts of India for getting wool. In this table, you can easily see the few sheep's breeds and quality of wool and state where these type of wools are found. Rearing and breeding of sheep for wool. Rearing. It is a process of breeding, feeding and providing medical care to sheep. These animals are kept since they produce one or more useful products for a human being. This process is called as rearing. Next one is breeding. Some special breeds of sheep are specially chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft underhair. This process of selecting parents for obtaining special characters in their offsprings is termed as selective breeding. The next one is the process of obtaining wool from hair fiber of the animal. First of all, first step is shearing. It is a process of removing the flex of the sheep along with a thick layer of its skin. Shearing is conducted generally in hot weather so that the sheep does not feel cold and can survive easily. The shearing process does not hurt the sheep because the upper part of the skin is normally dead skin. Second step, scorning or washing. It is a process of removing dirt, grease and dust from the hair removed from the sheep. It is generally done with the help of machine. Third step, shortening or grading. It is a process of separating the hair of a sheep according to their texture. Fourth step is removing of burrs. In this step, the burrs or a small fiber present on the hair are plucked out. Then the hair is cleaned and dried out. The product so obtained is the wool that can now be converted into fibers. Fifth step, coloring of wool fiber. It is also called dyeing. In this step, the fibers are dyed in different colors. Then in sixth step, rolling of wool. In the last step, the fibers of our wool so obtained is strengthened out and combed and then rolled into a yarn. Steps in process of wools: shearing, corning, shortening, dyeing and rolling. With these steps, we obtain wool fiber. Next one is about silk. Next, it is also obtained from animal. Silk fiber is obtained from cocoon of silkworm. The silk moth live on leaf of mulberry plants. Type of silk. Different type of silkworm produce different type of silk in terms of luster and texture. For example, tasser silk, mogra silk, kosha silk, etc. are produced by different types of silk moth. Mulberry silk is most common silk moth. Sericulture. The rearing of silkworm for obtaining silk is called as sericulture. History of silk. Silk was discovered in China around 3500 BC. Silk became a prized possession because of its fine quality and luster. Originally, it was used by emperor only. Through trades, it spread throughout the world. For a period of time, silk was a staple item of a trade during ancient time. Due to this, the ancient trade routes which link China to other part of world are called as Silk Route. As per historians, silk was produced in India also. Proof of use of silk during a Indus Valley civilization has also found. Life cycle of silkworm. There are four stages in the life cycle of silk moth: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. A female silk moth lay many eggs. After 14 days, eggs are hatched into larva, and this larva are called as a caterpillar. This caterpillar grow into pupa and secrete a fiber made up of protein and wraps the fibers around itself completely. This covering is called as cocoon. Live in a cocoon for some time. After coming out of the cocoon, grow into a silk moth. This is the life cycle of silkworm. This is a tree of mulberry. This figure show the life cycle of silkworm. Processing of silk. Processing of silk also involve in following steps: rearing of silkworm, reeling, and dyeing, and this is followed by spinning and weaving. Processing of silk. This is in this figure you can easily see the steps which is given how the silk is formed. Rearing of silkworms. A female silk moth lays eggs. Eggs are stored over a clean cloth or a paper strips. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature. The eggs hatch into larvae called caterpillar or silkworm. The silkworm are kept in bamboo trays and feeds on a mulberry leaves and grow in a size. After 13 to 14 days, the silkworm stop eating and begin to spin cocoon. Cocoons get harder because of exposure or to air. Inside the cocoon, the silkworm develop into silk moth. This is the rearing of silkworm. It is shown in this figure. Reeling of silk is a second step. The cocoons are collected and kept in sunlight or boiled or exposed to steam. The silk fibers separate out. The process of taking out the silk thread from the cocoon is called as reeling. Reeling is done by machines. Reeling of silk. In this diagram, you easily see how the silk are reeled out into a yarn. Dyeing, spinning, and weaving. Dyeing is the next step. The silk fibers are then dyed in different colors. After dyeing, spinning and weaving is the next step. The silk fibers are then spun into thread and woven into different type of silk cloth, that is fiber. Spinning and weaving of silk. You can easily see in this diagram. Assignment. These are the few questions which is related to this chapter. Just go through these questions and solve it. This is the right one word of for the following. Fill in the blank with appropriate and correct words. Thank you.